Since the opening up of licenses for the gaming industry in 2002, Macau has had a rapid development in its economy. In line with the economic boom of the city, a large number of hotels, convention centers, exhibition venues, and resort centers were built in these years. In order to raise the international status of Macau, international events and activities have been frequently organized. These include international conferences held by governments and private sectors, regular trade fairs, for example, Macau Investment Fair, film festivals and business meetings, and important meetings such as the Ministerial Forum of the Portuguese-speaking countries. Portuguese and Chinese are the two official languages of Macau. English is not an official language, but is increasingly used in day-to-day communication. With the influx of foreign investment in the last decade, there is a soaring demand for Chinese English interpreters in response to the language situation in Macau. Chinese English interpreters became critically important for liaison between foreign investors and domestic public and private sectors, between foreign employers and local employees, and between foreign entrepreneurs and Chinese customers. Hong Kong, compared to its neighbor Macau, has a more established interpreting market as well as better trained practitioners. Chinese and English are the official languages in Hong Kong, and interpreting between the two languages is by far the predominant language pair. The Hong Kong government is the largest employer of interpreters. For example, sizable interpreting teams are kept in the legislature and the law courts. On the other hand, freelance interpreters are particularly active in industrial and commercial sectors, with the aim to train professional practitioners in the interpreting markets. Interpreter trainers should benefit from effective guidelines, teaching approaches, and technology tools. This book provides trainers with essential consecutive interpreting (CI) techniques and training guidelines which they can adapt to suit their own training situations. In addition, students and self-learners can enhance their interpreting skills by following the instructions and practices provided in the book. The training examples and exercises are related to the cultural and economic background of Macau and Hong Kong, and extend to covered scenic spots in China and overseas. Through the guided instructions, students and self-learners will not only acquire the skills for consecutive interpreting, but also broaden their knowledge about the socio-economical activities of their local societies and beyond. This book focuses on the training of consecutive interpreters. The analysis of skills required for consecutive interpreting is stated in detail, followed by the method for respective training. Each training approach is accompanied with training examples and various exercises. The book is divided into 7 chapters. The first chapter reviews the current situation of Macau and Hong Kong in terms of the need for Chinese English interpreters. The later part of the chapter gives users an overview of the structure of the book. Chapter 2 gives readers an idea of the emergence of interpreting. the difference between consecutive interpreting and simultaneous interpreting, and the training process of interpreting. Chapters 3 to 5 introduce the CI techniques on memory training, note-taking skills, interpreting on names and numeric conversion respectively. Chapter 6 reveals how interpreting training can be linked with the use of a computer, and where information technology is an indispensable element in this era. The final chapter summarizes the key elements of this book and expresses our opinions about the future of interpreting as a much demanded profession and also a fruitful research field.